Ready? 1, 2, 3. Phone. Nice job. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Elephant. Nice job, guys. Phew. All right, so tell me again, someone, for a stick, what is the digraph? We know what sound it makes. What is the digraph? Jackson?
Wait, what does the digraph mean?
So we know the sound that the digraph makes. It makes that sound. So now we need to remember what the digraph is. What two letters make that sound?
PH.
PH. Great job. All right, guys, so the next thing that we are going to do, we are going to watch a little video about pH. Okay? I want to know something super crazy. This is actually from a show that I used to watch when I was a kid called Between the Lions. Touch your nose if you've ever heard of Between the Lions. So not a lot of us, but that's okay. In this story, there is a man who is hanging onto a cliff, and he gets to see some words that start with a PH sound, okay? So I'm going to be keeping track of all the words that I see that start with a PH. And I want to see if I can beat you guys and remember more words.
Yes.
All right? So you guys are going to try and remember all the words, and I'm going to try and remember all the words. So I got my whiteboard, I got my marker, and I'm ready to go.
You do decide when we're done.
What was that?
You do decide when we're done. So when we decide when we're done, that's actually cheating.
Oh, I'm not going to decide when we're done, because I'm going to let the whole video play, so I won't be cheating. All right, everyone ready? Got our listening ears on?
So that's fair.
So nice and fair. Bradley, would you mind turning off the lights for me?
Hanging from a cliff, and that's why he's called
Excuse me!
Oh, I remember him.
Today's adventure, episode 445, Cliffhanger, the Pheasant, and the Phone. We find Cliffhanger where we left him last, hanging from a cliff.
Can't hold on much longer.
Suddenly, Cliff notices a pheasant on the cliff above him.
Hello? Oh, hey, Phil. Can you hear me? Hello?
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Cliff reaches into his backpack and extracts his survival manual. Using his phenomenal decoding skills, Cliff begins to read.
If you see a pheasant talking to his friend Bill on his cell phone, ask him if you might borrow the phone to call the Get Me Off This Cliff helpline. 555-CLIFF. Excuse me, might I borrow your phone to call the Get Me Off This Cliff helpline?
Oh, I gotta go. A guy hanging from a cliff needs my phone. Sure, you can borrow my phone, but first I have to show you something very interesting. Look, the word pheasant begins with the PH sound. Pheasant.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Now, if you don't mind,
I love saying it. Pheasant. Pheasant. You can try it. Pheasant. Yeah.
huh? If the pheasant asks you to say the word pheasant, say it. Oh, pheasant!
Very good.
Now, how about the phone?
Yes, exactly. The word phone starts with the PH sound too. Phone.
Whoa!
Uh-oh, is this it? Is Cliff going to fall from the cliff?
Might I have the phone now, please?
Oh, of course.
Using his expert touch-tone skills, Cliff calls the helpline number.
Hello, welcome to the Get Me Off This Cliff helpline. This call may be monitored for quality assurance. If you want help getting off a cliff, please press or say 1. If you want to take advantage of any of our other exciting offers, press or say 2.
Exciting offers. One!
Please hold while we track your phone's location.
I'm on hold.
No problem. problem. Take your time.
We have pinpointed your phone's location and can get you off that cliff in less than 15 seconds. If you want to accept this offer, press or say 1. If you do not,
One!
a rescue specialist will be arriving shortly. Have a nice day.
Is this it? Will Cliffhanger finally be getting off the cliff?
May I have my phone back, please?
Oh, sure. Thanks! No, not the pheasant. Me! Phooey.
And that's why he's called Cliffhanger.
Can hold on much longer.
All right, friends, raise your hand if you remember a PH word from the video. Now, it's going to be a little tricky because some of them that have a sound actually don't start with PH, it starts with an F, right? So this is going to be a little bit tricky, all right? I have some words, but I'm not going to tell you which ones I have yet. Let me hear what you guys have. Let's start with Brayden. Pheasant. Pheasant is a word that starts with PH. Yes. So let's go ahead and just write that down before we forget a pheasant. All right, raise your hand if you know another word besides pheasant that starts with PH. JC? Phone. Phone. Cliffhanger needed to use that pheasant's phone. Phone starts with a PH. Any others? Jack? Fish actually starts with an F. I didn't see that in the video, but that does have a sound, so that was a good guess. Atticus?
Cliff.
Ooh, what does cliff start with?
C.
Starts with a C, and at the very end it has a sound. It's actually not a PH, it's an F. I can think of another word that has a PH in it from the video. I'll give you a hint. It happened while he was talking on the phone that I saw the other word. Nene?
Boy.
Okay, does bird have an F sound in it? Bird. What do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Bird. You heard an F sound in there? Right. All right, one more guess. Grant?
15 seconds.
You know what? That was a really good guess. And I told you you were paying attention to the video, but 15 actually starts with an F.
It's hard. It's hard because they both make the same sound. Oh.
Chicka chicka.
No.
Touch your nose. Touch your back. Put one elbow in the air. All right, guys. So we have pheasant and we have phone. Let me take a look at what I have. I also have phone. And I have the word pheasant. And then one word that I heard someone say, but they didn't raise their hands for, Phil. He was talking to his friend Phil on the phone. Yeah, thumbs up if you remember that they were talking to his friend Phil on the phone. You guys are so close, but guess what? I just beat you by one word today. One word. But you know what? That's okay, because we'll have another chance to play this game later. All right, peanut butter.
Jelly time!
All right, give me a thumbs up if you liked the video or a thumbs down if you didn't.
I love it. It's funny. Can we watch another one?
All right, guys, so it looks like we liked the cliffhanger video, so that's good for me to know because that means that we can do more cliffhanger videos because he actually has a lot of videos, okay?
And how is it?
All right, I am looking for someone to help me pass out crayons. And could you help me pass out crayons? And Bradley, can you help me pass out crayons? All right, so they're going to help me pass out crayons. While they're doing that, I'm going to explain to you the next part of what we're doing. And this is the last part before we move into our book and then centers, okay? We've been doing a great job paying attention, listening, following to directions, okay? So here's the next part of what we are doing. We're going to do a worksheet together that involves coloring. I'll show you the worksheet real quick. We got to make sure that we're on the right side of the worksheet, okay? Because one side has another diagram. We want to be on the side of the PH. Someone raise their hand and tell me what's the first thing we're going to do when we get our paper? Chris. We're going to write our names here at the top. Okay. On this sheet, we're going to be coloring in things that start or have a PH sound in it. Now this is going to be tricky again because some words still have that sound, but it's an F and not a PH. So we are going to actually work through this together. You're not going to work ahead. You're going to work through this with me, so that way we get all the words right, because it can be really tricky because now we have, two things that make a sound.